Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nazreen, dear friends, this is Farooq Mirza from Fourth Pillar TV USA's program Washington Global Forum from Washington, D.C. I welcome in the show Professor Dr. Golam Mujtaba, very loud voice. He is a he's a foreign relation expert, community activist, and he's a columnist and a very seasoned, political motivated person. Thank you very much, Dr. Ghulam Mujtaba Sahab, for coming to the show. Folks, today we will talk on a very important subject. Our first segment would be on fall of East Pakistan, a fall of Dhaka. Uh, December 16, 1971, what happened? And after that, there was lot of controversies. We heard lot of arguments, blames, and especially the army and the political leadership was targeted. Or internationally, this fall was a focus on the world. Now we have a almost similar situation in Pakistan, and the establishment playing a very wise role, and they decided to be a neutral when they saw the sensitivity and arrogance in the politics and some elements they were trying to malign, and some foreign network and the enemy country they were trying to destabilize country from inner side. And we have a warlike situation on the borders, a real-time engagement for pretty 3 to 4 years, and we have a warlike situation on Afghanistan border, and changing blocks, and a very unusual situation. The political instability is another uh, right now issue in the entire region, especially in Pakistan. So, Dr. Saab, come to the point. Uh, what happened on December 16, 1971? The East Pakistan was handed over to Indian Army and Mukti Bani, and two high-ranking generals, General Niazi and Admiral Sharif, along with almost 93,000 troops, they were taken as a prisoner of war. And after an agreement, Shimla Treaty, the East Pakistan, the Bangladesh, that was called Bangladesh, was handed over and got independent. So where we are standing, and Dr. Saab, what exactly happened, whether that was a failure of a political will, or there was a only issue that was a dictatorship, the military dictatorship. What was the cause?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, Farooq Mirza Sahab, you're doing a great service. This is a national debate, and not only a national debate, it has become an international debate on genocide issues being raised up in the US Congress by the supporters of India. And this is a very sensitive issue at this time in the United States because of the resolution or the legislation being placed before the United States Congress, and this will have long term implications. And whatever we'll be discussing at this time, we will be discussing both in English and Urdu because there has had been a lot of complaints on national issues where our friends have asked to give some observations in Urdu as well. But let me remind them that this program goes to a lot of international agencies and monitoring cells, and we do not want any mistake in the translation on the context of the things what we talk, because the translators do a lot of mistakes. However, as I said, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Wama lakum la tuqatiluna fi sabilillahi والمستضعفین من الرجال والنساء والولدان الذین یقولون ربنا اخرجنا من هذه القریۃ الظالم. اور تمہیں کیا ہے کہ نہ لڑو اللہ کی راہ میں، اور وہ جو مغلوب ہو کے کہتے ہیں اے رب ہمارے، نکال ہم کو اس بستی سے کہ ظالم ہیں لوگ اس کے، اور پیدا کر ہمارے واسطے کوئی حمایتی، اور پیدا کر ہمارے واسطے کوئی مددگار. پاکستان کا سبز ہلالی پرچم reflected the sentiments, the faith, the beliefs, the identity of the people based on two nation theory in the subcontinent. And those who protected this flag served not only a national interest, served the interest based on two national theory of the subcontinent. What are or what were our obligations, and did we fulfill our obligations, and what happened on December 16th, 1971? Not only December 16th, as you mentioned, the day is of relevance also for me because it is my birth date as well for your audience. December 16th was the day when the Pakistan forces retreated from East Pakistan, and what the Bengalis and our brothers and sisters in Bangladesh call it a liberation of Bangladesh. To us, it is a fall of Dhaka. To us, it is a fall of East Pakistan. سقوط مشرقی پاکستان ہماری نظر میں، اور آزادی بنگلہ دیش بنگلہ دیش کی نظر میں. اور اس کے اندر ایک اور فیکٹر ہے، there is one more factor، اور وہ فیکٹر ہے کیا یہ پاکستان کی اشرافیہ جس کو اسٹیبلشمنٹ کہتے ہیں، یا جس کو ولیم کوہن کی زبان میں دی فارمر سیکرٹری آف اسٹیٹ آف دی یونائٹڈ اسٹیٹس کالڈ اٹ ایز اولیگارک، کیا یہ اولیگارک کی ڈیفیٹ تھی؟ کیا یہ پاکستان کی اسٹیبلشمنٹ کی ڈیفیٹ تھی؟ کیا یہ پاکستان کی اشرافیہ کی ڈیفیٹ تھی، یا پاکستان کی فوج کی ڈیفیٹ تھی، یا ڈھاکہ کا سقوط ہوا؟ یہ چیزیں وہ ہیں جس پہ آج ہمیں تین چیزوں پہ یہ بات اسٹیبلش کرنی ہے، اور بڑے سائنٹیفک انداز میں اسٹیبلش کرنی ہے. کیا سقوط ڈھاکہ پاکستان کی فوج کی ناکامی اور ہندوستانی فوج کی فتح تھی؟ کیا سقوط ڈھاکہ بقول جنرل قمر جاوید باجوہ کے سیاسی شکست تھی؟ کیا سقوط ڈھاکہ بنگلہ دیش کی آزادی کی مہم کی کامیابی تھی؟ کیا سقوط ڈھاکہ ہندوستان کی فوج کی کامیابی تھی؟ اس کو سمجھنے کے لیے آپ کی آڈینس کے لیے میں یہ بتاؤں کہ میں پاکستان کی پرسپشنز، لیڈرشپ پرسپشنز پہ پہلا امریکن پی ایچ ڈی ڈاکٹریٹ ہولڈر ہوں. سو مائی اسٹیٹمنٹ ورکس ایز اے ریفرنس ٹو واٹ آئی ایم گوئنگ ٹو سے ناؤ. 1971 کو اسٹڈی کرنے کے لیے ہمیں تھوڑا پیچھے جانا پڑے گا. آئیے میں آپ کو 1945 میں لے کے چلتا ہوں. 1945 میں اتر پردیش میں رائٹ ہوئے، اس کے بعد مسلمانوں اور ہندوؤں کے رائٹس ہوئے. ٹو نیشن تھیوری کے لیے مسلمانوں نے سٹینڈ لیا، اور مسلمانوں نے اپنی جانوں کا نذرانہ پیش کیا. اس کے بعد اس کے جواب میں مسلمانوں نے طیش میں آ کر جو آج کا بنگال ہے اور سابقہ مشرقی پاکستان ہے، اس کے شہر نوآکھالی کے اندر بڑے لمبے پیمانے پہ قتل عام ہوا، جس کے اندر ہندوؤں کی بہت کیجولٹیز ہوئی. اس کے بعد پھر ویسٹ بنگال کے اندر، کلکتہ کے اندر قتل عام ہوا، جس کے اندر مسلمانوں کی بڑی کیجولٹیز ہوئی. اسی 1946 کے اندر پاکستان کی بنیادوں اور پاکستان کی بنیادی تاریخ کے پیچھے ایک بہت بڑا چیپٹر موجود ہے. اس چیپٹر کو شاید ہم بھلا دیتے ہیں. 1946 کے اندر نوآکھالی رائٹس کے نتیجے میں اور کیلکٹا رائٹس کے نتیجے میں بہار کے اندر پاکستان کی تاریخ کا اور ہندوستان کی تاریخ کا سب سے بڑا رائٹ ہوا. اس کے اندر 30,000 سے زیادہ مسلمانوں کو شہید کیا گیا، ذبح کر دیا گیا، اور بہار نے یہ سب سے بڑی قربانی دی، جس کے نتیجے میں مسلم لیگ انڈیا نے وائس رائے کو دعوت دی کہ آئیے ہم آپ کو 30,000 لوگوں کی لاشیں دکھاتے ہیں، اسی طرح جس طرح قتل عام مسلمانوں کا بوسنیا کے اندر ہوا، اسی طرح جس طرح ہولوکاسٹ کا ذکر ہمارے یہودی بھائی کرتے ہیں، اسی طرح ایک ہولوکاسٹ بہار کے اندر ہوا تھا جہاں مسلمانوں کو پکڑ پکڑ کے مارا گیا تھا۔ مسلمانوں کا قتل عام یا بہار کے مسلمانوں کا قتل عام صرف مشرقی پاکستان میں نہیں ہوا، اس سے پہلے پاکستان کی حفاظت کے اندر بہار رائٹس بہت مشہور رائٹس ہیں پاکستان کی تاریخ کے اندر۔ جناح صاحب کو خطاب قائد اعظم محمد علی جناح کا پٹنہ کی پبلک میٹنگ کے اندر بہار کے مسلمانوں نے دیا تھا۔ پاکستان کا یہ اعزاز بھی بہار کے مسلمانوں کا تھا، اور جنہوں نے محمد علی جناح کی خدمت کی، جو طبیب محمد علی جناح کے پرسوں تھے، اس کا تعلق بھی بہار سے تھا۔ بہار کی بہت بڑی کنٹریبیوشن ہے، اور ایک بات ذہن میں اور رکھیے کہ وہ جو میڈیا جس چیز کو پورٹری کرتی ہے وہ ریالٹیز نہیں ہے۔ ریالٹیز آر ناٹ آلویز دی پرسپشنز۔ پرسپشنز کو آپ بھول جائیے۔ بہار واز اے سینٹر آف رول ان انڈیا فار ہنڈریڈس آف ایئرس۔ جب نوح علیہ السلام کے بعد جو سب سے بڑا رول تھا وہ ہندوستان کا بہار تھا، but that was a central place of rule۔ اس کے بعد شیر شاہ سوری نے، جو مسلمان تھا اور بہار کے شہر سسرام میں پیدا ہوا، اس نے جی ٹی روڈ بنائی جو ایک عجوبہ تھی دنیا کی تاریخ کے اندر، کلکتہ سے لے کر پشاور تک۔
ڈاکٹر صاحب
اب آپ آئیے، نہیں میں آپ کو تاریخ کی طرف اس لیے لے جانا چاہتا ہوں کہ ہمارے لوگ یہ سمجھیں کہ یہ کتنی بڑی قربانی ہے 1971 کی۔ اب آپ کو میں بتاتا ہوں، ہندوستان کی تاریخ کے اندر اگر آپ اٹھا کر دیکھیں تو مستقل رائٹس ہوتے رہے۔ 1980 میں مراد آباد رائٹ ہوا، 1989 میں اینٹائی سکھ رائٹ ہوا، 1989 میں بھاگلپور رائٹ ہوا، 1989 میں کشمیر کی رائٹس ہوئے، 1992 میں بامبے کا رائٹ ہوا، اور 2002 میں گجرات کا واقعہ پیش آیا۔ ہندوستان مسلمانوں کے ساتھ اور منورٹیز کے ساتھ جو زیادتی ہے، جو ظلم ہے اور جو بربریت ہے، وہ تھرو آؤٹ ہوتی رہی۔ اور میں ان تمام لوگوں کو جو امریکہ کی ہاؤس آف ریپرزینٹیٹیوز کے اندر یہ قرارداد پیش کر چکے ہیں کہ پاکستانی فوج نے جینوسائیڈ کیا تھا 1971 میں اگینسٹ ہندو بنگالیز۔ 2 million Hindu Bengalis were killed and massacred by the Pakistan Armed Forces in 1971. Gentlemen, those serving the Congress and those who are members of this Congress, they should avoid presenting disinformation before the American lawmakers.
ڈاکٹر صاحب ایز یو
نہیں میں
ڈاکٹر
آؤں
صاحب
گی،
ایز یو
میں آتا ہوں ایک
ڈاکٹر صاحب ون
بولنے
منٹ
دیجیے۔
just have 1 second sir. You just mentioned that one of the petition filed by one of the congresswomen. So is this is a conspiracy, or that petition was filed on behalf of some anti-Pakistan forces, or you just said that the contents of this petition, they are not right, and what you said is quite different. So who is behind this petition, and what exactly they want to do that to the Pakistan army?
Farooq Mirza Sahab, it's a very intelligent question that you asked me, and I'm just going into that very question. The initial discussion is, was it a defeat of the Pakistan Armed Forces? And that's where I'm going. Ye qaraardad, the legislation that was presented before the House of Representatives or the US Congress, was to malign the prestige and the honor, the dignity of the Pakistan Armed Forces by saying that they are the killers, they are the murderers. No, sir, this is not true. The entire population of East Pakistan at the time when there was fall of Dhaka, it was 7.5 crores. And 7.5 crores had only 4% population of Hindu Bengalis. How can 4% become 2 million being killed if everyone is accounted for? This is absolutely untrue story that negates the very statement and the very intelligence report of the CIA and the United States Department of State that is readily available on the website. So, if the US Congress passes a bill that says that there was a genocide against the Hindu Bengalis in 1971 by the Pakistan army through brutality and massacres, then these figures contradict the very statement of the State Department and the CIA. Is who is true then? Now, the second thing is, ये मलाइन करने का जो अटेम्प्ट है, ये यकीनन एक खास लॉबी की तरफ से जो इंडिया को प्रमोट करती है अमेरिका के अंदर, उस लॉबी की तरफ से है, और ये अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान है. इस पे अभी हम आएंगे, ये बड़ी लंबी डिस्कशन है.
Dr.
ये
Saab,
लोग
I
आप
want to ask you, while we are on that point, I will ask you one very small question. We also know the Pakistan Congressional Congress caucus, and the members of the Congressional caucus, and one of the Pakistani individual from Texas, Houston, Tahir Javed. So, and the Rao Khanna and Sheila Jackson, they were the architect of this design of the petition they filed. Now the government of Pakistan, they know that, and why they did not sack Sheila Jackson and Rao Khanna and even the Tahir Javed from this game. Why
Uh,
they are not taking
may I
action?
request you, Farooq Mirza Sahab, we will come to 2022. We are still in 1950s. So just bear with me for some time.
Yeah.
Come to 2022, definitely, and we'll discuss this issue. In 1948, when Pakistan became an independent state, the two nation theory was recognized by the British Empire. At that time, after the independence of Pakistan in March 1948, Bengalis brought a procession that was called Bengali Language Rights. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was shown black flags at the Dhaka airport when he arrived there. And the founder of Pakistan addressed a gathering of students, mostly from Dhaka Medical College and the University of Dhaka. And he said, Urdu and Urdu shall be the national language of Pakistan. उर्दू और सिर्फ उर्दू पाकिस्तान की कौमी जबान होगी. He rejected Bengali as being the second national language of the country. This is where the entire problem arose. What we have to understand in leadership, leadership needs to have vision. Leadership needs to have a consensus opinion in democracy. There's no such thing as one man could say anything. I'm not criticizing the founder of Pakistan. But I must remind you and my audience that India has 32 national languages recognized. Assam, which is predominantly Bengali speaking province, and West Bengal, they recognize Urdu as a national language. Why Pakistan had a problem in recognizing Bengali as a national language when 55% of the population were Bengalis? This is where the problem is started. It may have been by ignorance, by simple mistakes, by wrong advices, whatever it was not the intention of the founder of Pakistan to make a divide. But unintentionally, this caused a great embarrassment in the days left after 1950s. In 1952, the United Front in Bangladesh, they started a movement, Bhasha Andolon. Bhasha means language. The language movement started, and there were a lot of casualties and a lot of deaths because of police firing in Dhaka. The procession was led by Mr. A.K. Fazlul Haq. And for your audience, let me remind this name कि पाकिस्तान का 1940s का जो रेजोल्यूशन था, जिसे हम करारदाद लाहौर या करारदाद पाकिस्तान कहते हैं, जो पाकिस्तान मॉन्यूमेंट, यादगार पाकिस्तान, या जो भी आप उसको कहें, लाहौर के अंदर है, वहां पर पढ़ा गया, वो करारदाद, that resolution was presented by the Prime Minister of East Bengal. The Prime Minister of Bengal at that time was Mr. A.K. Fazlul Haq. And it was A.K. Fazlul Haq, the former Prime Minister of Bengal, who fought with the British for the independence of Pakistan, who was the main pillar of the Pakistan movement. He was the one who was arrested and lathi charged in Dhaka in 1952 in the Bhasha Andolon movement led by the United Front. So if those who were the pioneers of Pakistan movement, जिन्होंने पाकिस्तान बनाने के लिए कुर्बानियां दी, जिन्होंने पाकिस्तान के अंदर सफ़े अव्वल पे खड़े होकर तहरीक को जन्म दिया, जो बंगाल के वजीर आजम थे, उनको जब लाठी पड़ गई और उनकी आवाज को दबाया गया तो ये मामला मजीद आगे बढ़ गया. और फिर मैं आपको तारीख का पार्ट बताऊं कि 1963 के अंदर अयूब खान ने एक बहुत बड़ा हिस्सा पाकिस्तान का चीन के हवाले कर दिया, नॉर्दर्न साइड पे, गिलगित बल्तिस्तान की साइड पे, ये कहकर कि इसकी कोई रिडंडेंट है, इसकी कोई हैसियत स्ट्रेटेजिक नहीं है. अयूब खान को ये इख्तियार क्या पाकिस्तान मूवमेंट के बानियों ने दिया था या पाकिस्तान बनाने वालों ने दिया था? क्या आप तोहफे में या जहेज में उठाकर अपनी बेटी को ये जमीन दे दें? ये जमीन दी गई. ये एक और पाकिस्तान के ऊपर, पाकिस्तान की लीडरशिप पे मैं एक बात बड़ा क्लियर आपकी ऑडियंस के सामने करना चाहता हूं कि हम कोई बात ऐसी नहीं कर रहे जिसका पाकिस्तान के किसी अदारे के खिलाफ बात हो. पाकिस्तान के अदारे पाकिस्तान के वफादार अदारे हैं. पाकिस्तान के अदारे पाकिस्तान को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए हैं. हमारी बातें उस लीडरशिप पर है जिस लीडरशिप ने पाकिस्तान को नुकसान पहुंचाया, और ये इंडिविजुअल्स का किरदार है. अयूब खान ने कश्मीर के उस हिस्से को बेच दिया. इसी तरह ए फजलुल हक को नुकसान पहुंचाया गया 1952 में. वो शख्स जिसने पाकिस्तान के लिए कुर्बानी दी, जिसने अपनी वजारत उज़्मा कुर्बान की पाकिस्तान के लिए, हमने उसको रिगार्ड नहीं किया. अगर हिंदुस्तान 32 जबानों को कौमी हैसियत दे सकता था तो पाकिस्तान को 2 जबान को कौमी हैसियत देने में प्रॉब्लम क्या थी? अब आइए आप इसके बाद 1965 वॉर के अंदर जिस तरह हमारे बंगाली भाइयों ने पाकिस्तान की फौज का हिस्सा होते हुए जंग लड़ी, उसी तरह जिस तरह पंजाब ने, जिस तरह सिंध ने, जिस तरह बलूचिस्तान ने पार्टिसिपेट किया, जिस तरह सरहद ने पार्टिसिपेट किया. ये कोई तफरीक हमारे अंदर ऐसे कौम मिनसल कौम नहीं थी कि कौन पंजाबी है, कौन बंगाली है, कौन सिंधी है. हमने एक कौम होकर 1965 के अंदर जंग लड़ी और पाकिस्तान की अफवाज ने सुरखरुई हासिल की. लेकिन इसके अंदर सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये पैदा होता है कि पाकिस्तान की फौज का कंट्रोल और कमांड अयूब खान के पास था. अयूब खान जिस वक्त शास्त्री से मिलने के लिए ताशकंद गए तो उन्होंने उस वक्त कश्मीर के इशू को उसके एग्रीमेंट का पार्ट क्यों नहीं बनाया? ये पाकिस्तान की फौज की गलती नहीं थी, ये पाकिस्तान की लीडरशिप की गलती थी. और पाकिस्तान की लीडरशिप ने 12 पाकिस्तान को नुकसान पहुंचाया, जो मैं आपको तरतीब के साथ बताता चल रहा हूं, और बांग्लादेश बनने की वजह आपको बताना चाहता हूं. और उसके बाद पाकिस्तान जिस सूरत हाल से आज गुजर रहा है उसकी महरिकात आपको बताना चाहता हूं और आपकी ऑडियंस को बताना चाहता हूं, इसलिए कि हम उस दौर के लोग हैं जहां बहुत सी चीजें हमने अपनी आंखों से देखी. कारगिल के अंदर गैर जरूरी तौर पे पाकिस्तान ने जो कोशिश की वो अटेम्प्ट नाकाम रहा, जिसकी कोई प्लानिंग नहीं थी. ये भी पाकिस्तान की क़यादत की कमजोरी थी. फिर 2006 के अंदर अंगूर अड्डा आसिम बाजवा साहब ने एज कोर कमांडर बलूचिस्तान क्यों हवाले किया तालिबान के? अंगूर अड्डा हवाला करने का उनको क्या राइट था? अंगूर अड्डा दे दिया गया, और ये चीज ऑन रिकॉर्ड न्यूज़पेपर्स के अंदर गूगल सर्च पे आप निकाल कर देख लें. इसके बाद 2018 के अंदर करतारपुर को ओपन कॉरिडोर किया गया हिंदुस्तानियों के लिए. ये मुझे बताइए कि पाकिस्तानियों को भी, उनकी भी ख्वाहिश होती है कि जो हमारे सूफिया कराम हिंदुस्तान के अंदर दफन है उनके रोज़ों पे जाएं और हाजिरी दें. क्या हिंदुस्तान से रेसिप्रोसिटी दी गई? क्या उन सूफियों के जो उनकी जगहें थी जहां पे मुसलमान ज़ियारत के लिए जाते हैं, उसके लिए पाकिस्तानियों के लिए वीज़ा फ्री किया गया? नहीं. लेकिन वीज़ा फ्री सिखों के लिए किया गया. हम इसमें बुराई नहीं समझते, आप सिखों के लिए करते, लेकिन आपने डीलिंग क्या की? आपने अपने लिए रास्ता खोला और आपने कौन से रिस्क लिए? जब करतारपुर खोला गया तो आपने वीजा फ्री किया, आपने उसकी सिक्योरिटी चेक करने का कोई रास्ता नहीं निकाला कि अगर इंडिया उस टर्बन पहनाकर किसी को जासूसी के लिए पाकिस्तान भेजते और पाकिस्तान की मालूमात हासिल करे या पाकिस्तान में आकर अपने एसेट्स को पैदा करे या जन्म दे. आपने इसकी कोई तैयारी नहीं की. और ये बात पाकिस्तान की तारीख के अंदर आपकी ऑडियंस के लिए पहली बात ये नोट करने की है कि आज तक पाकिस्तान को कोई जनरल हिंदुस्तान के सियासी लीडर के साथ कभी नहीं मिला. پاکستان کا پہلا جنرل جو 75 سال کی تاریخ کے اندر کتابوں کے اندر لکھا جائے گا، جس نے یونیفارم کے اندر ہندوستانی سیاسی لیڈر سدھو سنگھ کو ویلکم کیا اور گلے لگایا، اس کا نام قمر جاوید باجوہ تھا. یہ بھی لیڈرشپ کی غلطی تھی. لیڈرشپ جس نے کچھ پاکستان کو ڈیلیور نہیں کیا لیکن کرتارپور کو آزادی دلائی. ہم یہ نہیں کہتے کہ مذہبی آزادی نہیں ہونی چاہیے، ہم اس کے حق میں ہیں کہ مذہبی آزادی سب کو ہونی چاہیے، لیکن اس کا مقصد یہ نہیں کہ یہ یونیلیٹرل فیصلہ ہونا چاہیے تھا کہ مسلمانوں کو وہ آزادی ہندوستان کے اندر نہ ملے اور ہم یہاں آزادی دینے کے چرچے کریں. یہ پاکستان کے ساتھ زیادتی تھی. اس کے بعد یہ کرنے کے بعد 2019 میں ہندوستان نے پاکستان کو جو پرائز دیا وہ آرٹیکل 370 آف دی کانسٹیٹیوشن، انڈین کانسٹیٹیوشن کو ریووک کیا اور کشمیر کو اپنا اٹاٹوک اہم بنا دیا. پاکستان نے سیکورٹی کونسل میں پاکستانی لیڈرشپ نے ہندوستان کی نمائندگی کی مخالفت نہیں کی اور ہندوستان کے حق میں ووٹ ڈالا. یہ کیا تھا؟ یہ ساری چیزیں وہ تھیں جو پاکستان کو نقصان پہنچاتی چلی گئیں اور جو پاکستان کی لیڈرشپ کا قصور تھا. پاکستان کی شکست کہیں پر بھی فوجی نہیں ہے. یہ وہ شکست ہے جس کا تعلق پاکستان کی قیادت سے ہے، پاکستان کی اسٹیبلشمنٹ سے ہے، پاکستان کی اشرافیہ سے ہے، پاکستان کی اولیگارک سے ہے. اس کا تعلق نہ پاکستان کی فوج سے ہے. اور قمر باجوہ صاحب، listen to me, this was not a defeat of the political leaders of Pakistan. In 1971, there was no political leadership. The government was under the control of martial law and General Yahya Khan. The Prime Minister of Pakistan was a puppet leader. Noor al-Amin was not elected by the Parliament of Pakistan, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was not mandated by the Parliament of Pakistan to work as the Foreign Minister or Deputy Foreign Minister of Pakistan. Something that was done against the whims of the people and against the mandate given to Awami League. پہلا سوال یہ پیدا ہوتا ہے کہ عوامی لیگ نے الیکشن جیتا. عوامی لیگ کو الیکشن میں آنے کی اجازت کیوں دی گئی اگر عوامی لیگ پاکستان کی غدار تھی؟ اگر مجیب الرحمان پاکستان کا غدار تھا تو مجیب الرحمان کو الیکشن لڑنے کی اجازت کیوں دی گئی؟ اور اگر مجیب الرحمان پاکستان کا غدار تھا تو وہ افیڈیوٹ جو پرفارما بھرا جاتا ہے الیکشن کے اندر، اس کے اندر یہ بات سائن کی جاتی ہے انڈر اوتھ کہ آپ پاکستان کے وفادار ہوں گے اور پاکستان کی کانسٹیٹیوشن کا حفاظت کریں گے. کیا مجیب الرحمان نے وہ کانسٹیٹیوشن کے حق میں سائن نہیں کیا تھا؟ کیا اس نے اٹیسٹ نہیں کیا تھا؟ اور اگر نہیں کیا تھا تو آپ نے چیلنج کیوں نہیں کیا؟ یہ بات آن ریکارڈ موجود ہے کہ عوامی لیگ نے پاکستان کی حدود کے اندر انتخابات لڑے تھے، اور یہ بات بھی موجود ہے کہ پاکستان کی فوج نے یہ انتخابات کرائے تھے، اور پاکستان کی فوج غلط نہیں ہے. یہ انتخابات ہوئے اور ان انتخابات کے اندر جس کو میجورٹی ملی تھی اس کو ٹانگیں توڑ دینے کا اور ڈھاکہ میں اجلاس نہ کال کرنے کا رائٹ کسی پاکستانی لیڈر کو نہیں تھا. پاکستان کو زخمی پاکستان کے اندر سے کیا گیا ہے، پاکستان کو زخمی پاکستان کے باہر سے نہیں کیا گیا. آج پاکستان کی قومی معیشت جس دھیان پر کھڑی ہے اس کو زخمی امریکہ اور برطانیہ نے نہیں کیا، یہ ہماری کرپشن نے کیا.
ڈاکٹر صاحب،
سب سے بڑی جو ہماری
ڈاکٹر صاحب بھی you said very well and you explained the historical perspective of all this situation very well. Thank you very much. Let's come back to the petition filed in the US Congress. What is the update on this petition, and what will happen if they pass this petition, and what kind of intention they have, what they want to do next?
Farooq Mirza sahab, we will go into that definitely. Let me put one more remark here before we go into that, because that's a big debate. وہ لوگ جنہوں نے پاکستان کے لیے قربانیاں دیں، وہ جنہوں نے پاکستان کے لیے خون بہایا، وہ 20 لاکھ مسلمان جنہوں نے پاکستان کو شرمندہ تعبیر کیا، ہم آج کے دن ان کو سلام پیش کرتے ہیں. اور اس فورم سے ہم ان مسلمانوں کو جس کو وہ بہاری کہتے ہیں بنگلہ دیش میں، بہاری مینس ایوری ون ہو کیم فرام آؤٹ سائڈ ایسٹ پاکستان، باہری کو وہ بہاری کہتے ہیں. اٹ ڈز ناٹ مین کہ بہاری کسی خاص ریجن کی بات کر رہے ہیں، وہ اس میں پنجابی بھی آتے ہیں، پختون بھی آتے ہیں، اس کے اندر بلوچ بھی آتے ہیں، جتنے لوگ ویسٹ پاکستان کے گئے ہوئے تھے سب آتے ہیں اس کے اندر. انہوں نے جو پاکستان کی فورسز کے ساتھ ڈیفینڈ کیا پاکستان کو بنگال کے اندر اگینسٹ مکتی باہنی، دیٹس اے گریٹ کنٹریبیوشن. اینڈ لیٹ می آلسو ٹیل یو کہ ہسٹری اس بات کو نہیں جھٹلا سکتی کہ مشرقی پاکستان کے اندر فال آف ڈھاکہ سے پہلے جتنا خون اردو بولنے والوں کا بہایا گیا مکتی باہنی نے اور ہندوستان کی افواج نے کوورٹ آپریشن کے تحت کیا، اس کی مثال تاریخ کے اندر کم ملتی ہے۔ پہلا خون سرخ بہایا گیا جب بر صغیر کی تاریخ کے اندر پہلی بار مارچ 1946 کے اندر بہار رائٹس میں 30,000 لوگوں کا نذرانہ پیش کیا گیا پاکستان کے لیے۔ اور دوسرا خون پھر بہایا گیا جب مشرقی پاکستان کو بنگلہ دیش کنورٹ کیا جا رہا تھا اور کوورٹ آپریشن مکتی باہنی کا ہو رہا تھا۔ یہ خون رائے گا نہیں جا سکتا۔ اگر ہولوکاسٹ کے خون کی قیمت ہم ڈیمانڈ کر سکتے ہیں، اگر بوسنیا کے اندر خون کی قیمت کو ہم جینوسائیڈ کے طور پہ ڈیمانڈ کر سکتے ہیں، تو ہم یہ رائٹ رکھتے ہیں کہ پاکستان کے مندوب جو یونائٹڈ نیشن سیکورٹی کونسل کے اندر اور ہیومن رائٹس کونسل کے اندر بیٹھتے ہیں، ان کا فرض ہے کہ آج کی تاریخ کو دہرائیں اور وہ اس سیشن کو کال کریں کہ جو جینوسائیڈ ہوا ہے اس جینوسائیڈ کو ان ہیومن جینوسائیڈ ڈکلیئر کیا جائے اور ان لوگوں کو کیفے کردار تک پہنچایا جائے جو اس کے ذمہ دار ہیں، جس کے اندر مکتی باہنی ہے، جس کے اندر ہندوستان کی فورسز ہے، جس کے اندر ہندوستان کی را ایجنسی ہے، جس نے پاکستان کے لوگوں کے ساتھ اپنے مذموم مقاصد کے حصول کے لیے لوگوں کو مرڈر کیا۔ یہی وہ وجہ تھی کہ گجرات کے اندر 2002 کے اندر مودی کے خلاف جو آواز انٹرنیشنل اٹھی تھی، اس پر مودی کا ویزا امریکہ آنے کا بند کر دیا گیا تھا۔ مودی ایز اے چیف منسٹر واز ناٹ الاؤڈ ٹو انٹر دی ٹیریٹری آف دی یونائٹڈ اسٹیٹس۔ کیا آج وہ کانگریس مین جو قرارداد پاکستان کی فوج کے خلاف پیش کر رہے ہیں وہ مودی ڈاکٹرائن کو پروموٹ کرنا چاہتے ہیں؟ مودی کو امریکہ کی ایڈمنسٹریشن نے اس کی داخلے پہ پابندی لگا دی تھی اس لیے کہ اس نے کشت خون کیا تھا گجرات کے اندر مسلمانوں کا۔ اس سے بڑا کشت خون مشرقی پاکستان کے اندر ہوا۔ اور میں یہ جاننا چاہتا ہوں کہ وہ جو مغربی پاکستان مائگریٹ کر کے آ بھی گئے اور گھر بار کو چھوڑا ہے، ان کے گھر اور ان کی دولت کا کیا حساب ہے؟ یہ بتایا جائے کہ جنہوں نے اپنے گھر مشرقی پاکستان میں چھوڑے اس کی کیا تعداد تھی، ان کے کتنے پیسے ضائع ہوئے، ان کے کتنے ایسٹس لاس ہوئے، اس کو کون کمپنسیٹ کرے گا؟ یہ عالمی عدالت میں اٹھانا پاکستان کی فارن آفس کا کام ہے۔ پاکستان کی فارن آفس کو عالمی عدالت کے اندر اور یو ایس کانگریس کے اندر پاکستان کاکس کو یہ معاملہ اٹھانا چاہیے کہ تم ہندو بنگالیوں کی بات کرتی ہو جن کی تعداد 2 لاکھ بھی نہیں ہوگی کولیٹرل ڈیمیج کے اندر۔ مشرقی پاکستان کے اندر اردو بولنے والوں کی تعداد 20 سے 30 لاکھ ہے جن کو آپ نے وہاں پہ مرڈر کیا۔ ان کے جائیداد، ان کے بچے، ان کے آرفنز، ان کے جتنے اثاثے تھے وہ کہاں ہیں اور اس کا حساب کون دے گا؟ اس پہ اس کا ذمہ دار اس جینوسائیڈ کا کون ہے؟ اور اس جینوسائیڈ پہ آج تک معافی کیوں نہیں مانگی گئی؟ اور آج تک اس کا کمپنسیشن پاکستان کی سکسیسو گورنمنٹ سے کیوں ڈیمانڈ نہیں کیا؟ پاکستان کے اندر بڑی لمبی زبان کھول کر لوگ بڑے لمبے اپنے تخرے لگا کر آ جاتے ہیں کہ ہم فلانے ایڈیٹوریل بورڈ کے ایڈیٹر ہیں،
ڈاکٹر صاحب
فلانے کے ایڈیٹر ان چیف ہیں،
ڈاکٹر صاحب یو
لیکن
آر
تم میں یہ طاقت اور ہمت کیوں نہیں کہ تم یہ بات عالمی عدالت کے اندر اور عالمی فورمز کو اٹھا سکو
ڈاکٹر
کہ
صاحب ہو ول یو
ان
آر
لوگوں کے حقوق کیسے سلب ہوئے ہیں؟
ڈاکٹر صاحب you are talking, you are expecting foreign office and these diplomats, they are posted here in a United Nation permanent mission. You are expecting them to raise this voice? I'm sorry, they don't have even vision. The architect of fake cipher, he is now appointed as the secretary of foreign office, and it's an embarrassment. And that guy was a total mess, and his team deployed here, they are also a total mess. You know what they did to Mr. Bhutto, Bilawal Bhutto? You know how many newspapers, how many TV channels they published what he said? And even in his press conference in the United Nations, only 15 to 16 people they were there, and none of American media was there. So you are expecting that they will raise this voice? They don't have any vision. They have a different motive. So Dr. Saab, come back to this petition, because our audience, they don't have any knowledge about this petition. Only departments and the diplomatic community, they know that, or some politician, most of them even they don't know some kind of incident happened. And the irony of matter is that President Alvi, he gave up a highest civil award to Sheila Jackson, who filed this petition. This uh, he insulted this award. You know, how can he award this highest civil award of Pakistan to an enemy? So what we will happen if this petition will approved? What is next, Dr. Saab?
First of all, the status of the legislation is that this has gone into the committee, and the committee will study that. And the Pakistan Policy Institute, which is headed by me, I have informed, given a notice to the Foreign Affairs Committee of the United States Congress, and we will be presenting the case of Pakistan and the case of brutalities and massacre that happened in East Pakistan in against the non-Bengali Bengalis in that country. Uh, we are not going against Bangladesh. We do not want to create any hostility with Bangladesh. They are our brothers and sisters. They also became victim in the entire episode, and we want to bridge the gaps and bring cordial relationship with Bangladesh. There are for they are wonderful people. They were misled and disinformed, and a wrong policy that made us as separate homelands, Pakistan and Bangladesh. I strongly believe that Pakistan and Bangladesh are still one, and there should be some sort of confrontation. And in any case, if we get a chance, certainly we'll do our best. And I will suggest the current Army Chief, Mr. General Manir Shah, to work on those lines, even myself as non-state player, to do that, to bridge these gaps.
Dr.
But,
Saab,
but on the legislation side, yes, on the legislation side, this will go through a debate and there will be a hearing. And in that hearing, we will present the case of Pakistan tooth and nail. And we have documents to prove that. We have CIA reports, we have State Department reports of the past. And I do not think that it's easy to get this legislation passed. But
Dr. Saab,
but if
Pakistan.
if the legislation is passed, if that happens, so which the chances are, I would say 9 out of 10, with our resistance, this is not going to pass the floor of the house. However, taking the odds, if it passes, then we have the Supreme Court of Pakistan and the federal Supreme Court of the US and the federal court of the US, where we can still petition that this is in violation to the statements of the State Department and reports of the CIA. This contradicts the basic fundamental thing why Pakistan was
Dr. Saab,
supported by
Dr. Saab,
Nixon. And
Do you think there should be a counter petition against this petition because it's look like it's a hoax and a conspiracy, and the person who designed this one, they have a definite motives. So why can Pakistan? They have a lot of friends in Congress, and they have a lobbyists. Even they have a 3 to 4 lobbying firm. Why can Pakistan file a counter petition against this
let
petition?
me tell you, lobbying firms in the last 75 years, Pakistan has had been part of so many lobbying firms. Is there any result of it? No. Lobbying firms are just hoodwinking the people and getting money extracted from the people. There is not a single result by the lobbying firms, including what Bilawal Bhutto Zardari is spending money on such. I'm not going to name the person, this man, this, he has this relationship. What is the result? Actions speak louder than words. We want to see the results. These lobbying firms are just nothing. They are bullshit.
I don't
What
know even
what we have to do, what
and
we have to do.
I believe that even the Bilawal Bhutto, he doesn't know anything about this petition, and he never said anything in his press conference. I think he should, during his visit to USA, he should talk to different to his counterpart. I don't know what is in his mind. I think he's ignorant about this one,
No,
or he
I
intentionally.
don't agree with you, Mr. Farooq Mirza Saab, with all due apologies. I have sent personal tweet to Bilawal Bhutto Zardari on his personal account. Not once, not twice, not thrice, number of times. He is well aware of what is being said. He is well aware of what is being said now in this program. Your program will also be tweeted by me to the State Department, to the Foreign Affairs Committee of this Congress, to the Foreign Relations Committee of the Senate, to the White House, and to the Department of State on personal level. I do not think that if you feel that these are not read, yes, these are read. and these are studied. We want Pakistan to be serious on this. We do not want anything from Pakistan. We are not after corruption. We are not after money. We are here to serve Pakistan's interest in an honest way. We want to save Pakistan. A disreputation to Pakistan and a conspiracy against Pakistan is being hashed, and we have to fight the case tooth and nail. Unfortunately, we are not getting any support from the Pakistan
Dr. Sir,
government.
Dr. Sir,
Neither we got the support from the past government.
Dr.
So
Sir, we are talking about this very sensitive issue and this particular petition filed. You know that the Pakistani American diaspora, they don't know anything about this petition. They have many close friends uh, in American politics, and they have a direct relationship. As you are one of the example, and you have many friends in U.S. Congress and on personal level. The Foreign Office, they created a distance between the diplomatic community, the media cells, and between the community working very influential. Some of the folks, they are very influential, and I don't know what is logic behind, especially the media cell. The government of Pakistan, they are running media cells. They are just a bad news. They are running all business on a WhatsApp group and cut and paste and links, and they are the only hurdle. uh, I think they are creating a lot of issues, and there are a lot of distance between communities and the government diplomatic community. How you respond this one?
see, the point is, someone asked me a question, and that answers your question. Last night, someone called me and said, "How do you take the visit of CENTCOM General meeting the Pakistan new Chief of the Army Staff?" I said, "Yes, the rules of engagement exist between Pentagon and GHQ, and this is a good omen that the new Army Chief is being met and a cordial relationship is being tried to build up between the two generals on ground, and for that the visit is a positive thing. But let me tell you," and that was an American official, I said, "let me tell you, this is not going to work." Reason reason is that in the first meeting, when there is a formal meeting between two generals, the discussion will be very formal. Discussion will not be anything that could go private or open minded or open hearted. No, it's not going to go that way. It will be just an official meeting. Although this will break or thaw the ice in the existing relationship, but this will not produce the results. In order to get the results, what America has to do, what Pentagon and State Department has to go do, and this is on record telling you, because the officials are listening and would listen to what I said. The best way of doing it is bring non-state players, non-state player to meet Pakistan Army Chief. Then they will open up, they will understand each other's language, they will understand each other's slang, and then there will be a thaw breaking the ice. And in that way, you can bridge the gaps in this relationship that has been created so hostile after
Dr. Sir,
Imran
why
Khan's
with the
statements and cipher stories.
why always meetings with the military? Uh, the In this visit, the civil government was not involved. The federal government was not involved. So the relationship between the United States, America, Pentagon, and the military establishment, they were always wonderful, always in a good terms. And the U.S. military, they used to come and they meet. Even the diplomats, they used to come meet with the military leadership. But the relationship on a civil level always intricate. So how you expect the good relationship between the two countries without the involvement of the civil government?
Good. Uh, if you go back to history and drive the things from history, Ayub Khan was given a rousing welcome by Kennedy. And if you recall those videos from the YouTube, you'll find that on both sides of the street in Washington, D.C., American general public was standing to greet the president of Pakistan, General Ayub Khan, and see how he was given the welcome in the capital of the United States. Now, if you come afterwards, during the time of Bhutto and during other period, the relationship was a white elephant, the common word that could not restore that relationship that existed with Pakistan, that damaged when you called white elephant the United States government. And then in Zia's time, you will see the relationship was so good that Pakistan was advised on the Soviet Union incursion into Afghanistan, and United States together with Pakistan fought a war in Afghanistan. That was the type of relationship with the Pakistan army. Now, at the time of the war on terror in Afghanistan, at the time of Musharraf, there was close coordination between Pakistan and the United States.
Dr.
So
Sir, we are
what
talking
no
about
no no no
we are talking
let me say.
about
So what I'm trying to infer is the relationship has had been on strong grounds when there was military. If you go back to to Gulf War II, in Gulf War II, if you recall, in 1989, Benazir Bhutto was the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and there was allied forces that had to fight in Kuwait. In that case, Benazir had to be removed by the establishment of Pakistan to give chance to those who were strong enough to give a strong mandate to the allied forces to fight a war against
Dr.
Iran.
Sir, we are talking
No,
about
no, at this time, I'm coming here. Now, at this time, on your neighbor to the west is Iran, which is going through a huge turmoil. On the north, east, if you go, it is Afghanistan, where there is no government at all. There is no inclusive government. There is no elected government. Now, if you go to the Central Asian Republic, they are still fighting to get into nascent democracy. If you come to India, India is not trustworthy for the United States, has not proven anything as yet. Although it is now logical for the United States to go and support India because Pakistan's government has become the frontline state of China and Russia. Had it been my government today in Pakistan, I would have used the geopolitical importance of Pakistan vis-a-vis Iran, vis-a-vis Afghanistan, and the Central Asian Republic
Dr.
and
Sir,
China and Xinjiang to play a pivotal role in the region. What Jinnah
Dr.
said.
Sir, hang on. Dr. Sir, hang on. Please take one more question. We are talking about uh, Pakistan and America relationship, military to military relationship right now. We discussed. The foreign minister of Pakistan, Mr. Bilawal Bhutto, he is in United States of America. He came on the exchange of presidency G77 countries, and Pakistan was the chair. Uh, he uh, he talked about uh, the buying a crude oil from the Iran, and he said it is not decided, but on the contrary, the petroleum minister, he said they were in Russia and they talk on that, and they are agreeing to buy crude oil, four kinds of crude oil, and Pakistan's refinery they can use it. And he said now in a statement today that the Russian the first week of January on second week of January, the Russian technical team is coming and they will finalize the deal. So if Pakistan has a right to shop around where they can get a credit or a cheaper purchase. So then, what would be American response on this one? How you respond to this?
Very intelligent question, Farooq Mirza Saab. Number one, your first thing is undisputed, cannot be disputed at all. Pakistan is a sovereign nation. Pakistan has all the rights to decide its future and foreign policy. If Pakistan wants to go with Russia, there is no power on earth that can deny Pakistan the right to do that. But remember one thing: Pakistan can go with Russia, Pakistan can go with China. How much is the American investment in Pakistan? The US has given aid to Pakistan, not loans, more than $90 billion in the last 75 years. Had it been loan, this would have been $300 billion, $400 billion today with compound interest that China is giving. Chinese loan was $46 billion and it is now $90 billion because of compound interest. But the original loan is $46 billion and that's loan. And that is pledged by Gwadar, that is pledged by so many assets of Pakistan. Now, if you are getting money from someone and trying to go against the other party who is not supporting you, give you exact accurate example. America is feeding you and you want to be the front line instead of China. How would you accept that as an American policymaker? How would you accept it? If Pakistan has to buy oil, Russia will not give oil to Pakistan on deferred payment or on loan. Let me make it very clear before your audience. The Pakistani banks have refused to open LC for Moscow, for Kremlin, to import wheat from there, and that was done just last month. Pakistani banks refuse to open because they are scared of getting some type of penalty from the United States Treasury in opening LCs for Russia. So the LCs for Russia in dollars cannot be opened. You know how currencies move. Dollar LC cannot move without the approval of the Treasury in Washington, D.C. Saudi Riyal currency cannot move without the approval of Riyadh. Dubai Dirham cannot move without the approval of Abu Dhabi. So what currency are they going to deal? Are they going to deal with British pound? This has to go through England, through London. So the LCs can international LCs by international banks cannot be opened either for wheat that was denied last month or for oil. This has got nothing to do with US. This is the way the banking channel
Dr.
operates.
Sab,
There is a sanction on Russia. These countries will not break the sanctions for any country. The sanctions will stay. Now, the thing what Russia has said to Pakistan is that you have to buy it on cash. If Pakistan has the capability of getting $6 billion of Saudi money and UAE money left in the treasury, and they want to spend Saudi money to buy oil against the Saudi competitor Moscow or Kremlin, can they do that? You're talking about
Dr.
that
Sab,
you are running a fourth pillar TV here, and you are getting paid by the YouTube, and your competitor comes in here and says give the money through me, and he wants to promote his channel. You would not allow that. So this
Dr.
is the
Sab,
common sense here.
Dr. Sab, the recent meeting of these military leadership, was that a, 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 a congratulation or a military to military arrangements, or uh, something else to uh, to work on a different alternative, or some kind of package, discuss military to military leadership to avoid this purchase?
Military has nothing to do with that. Pentagon has no interest in that. The US Department of Treasury has the mandate. They will not allow it. That's very simple as that. Now, the second thing, what are the concerns of US military here in the region and why the rules of engagement have been maintained? I must make it clear before your audience. Pakistan is in a complete economic collapse. Whether one agrees or not, there are no LCs opened in Pakistan. All the ships coming into Pakistan at the harbor, they cannot be offloaded because LCs are not matured. They will return back with damages and claims and counterclaims and damage charges. So the Pakistan's economic condition is very bad. The only thing the Western powers are interested is not to get the hands of terrorist organizations over dirty bombs. and the nuclear assets of Pakistan. And for that, Pakistan Air Force has taken strong measures to view aerially, and there is a message between the armies and the defense forces, even with the United States, that this has to be taken care of. Pakistan is at a very dangerous stage, and
But
this
they
has.
denied the finance minister and the prime minister. They said the anti-Pakistan forces they are marketing a false narrative.
Let me ask you,
And
who is who?
let
Let me
me
ask.
let me
Yeah,
complete.
no, no, no.
Let
Before
me
you go into
complete, sir.
that,
Let me
let me
complete.
finish up
Let
this here. Let me finish up this here. This is ask the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Shehbaz Sharif, who is also a friend of mine. One thing today in the Tribune, Musaddiq Malik says the petroleum minister that we will import oil from Russia. And today in the Daily Dawn, within 12 hours, the foreign minister of Pakistan said, we are not interested in pursuing a Russian deal. So, which government is Shehbaz Sharif representing?
But he did
Is
not
Shehbaz
deny.
Sharif
But he
representing the
did.
government
But
of
he did not
Mujtaba
deny as well.
or is
But he did
Shehbaz
not
Sharif
deny as well.
representing the government of Bilawal Bhutto?
But the Bilawal Bhutto, he second the visit of Imran Khan when he met with the Russian president.
That I'm not talking of any past, I'm talking of today. This is
Yeah,
the report today. This is a contradiction. Who is marketing what? Can Shehbaz Sharif tell me, is your own ministers marketing against you? Try to fix them up first. Try to fix up your backyard.
but anyway, he
Before,
held a
before,
press
before
conference.
putting fingers on others who are the patriots of Pakistan, put fingers on your backyard and see what's going on. In
He
today's,
he
in today's newspaper,
he conducted a press conference to end this
he can do
controversy.
anything on
No, no,
Pakistan's fault. He can
he
spend
said that
money, millions of rupees. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has spent visiting US and has brought no result. We
Doctor
are not
Sahab
concerned what he is
Pakistan,
doing.
Doctor
He is
Sahab,
bringing no result. There is no newspaper in the United States that mentions Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. G77 is a group of beggars.
yeah.
G7 is a group of donors.
But they are
So
130.
he's
But they are
presiding the
130.
beggars
But they
group
are
and transferring presidency that was given to Pakistan on rotational last year to Cuba, another beggar. So if
Doctor Sahab, but
beggars' stories are biggest stories,
Doctor
this
Sahab, but
means
they
nothing.
are Doctor Sahab, but there are 138 countries. It's not. It's a very big chain.
Yes,
It's a very big
138,
group.
134 countries
Yeah.
are the
No, it's
receivers
okay.
of the donors' money of
But
G7.
but this is a
We
one
want
part
to
of the
make
world,
Pakistan
Doctor
a
Sahab.
donor country, not a beggar country.
Doctor
And
Sahab, but
Bilawal
this is
Bhutto
a
Zardari's leadership of beggar countries does not mean anything.
Doctor Sahab, but this is a one part of the country. The poor has a right to live that, but they are all
The
together
poor has
just for
right to
the
live and a
capital,
right to
for the
fight
economy, to share
for
business.
bread and butter and eliminate corruption against foreign donors' money.
Doctor Saab, time's up. Thank you very much for your time. You had a very detailed historical perspective on the fall of East Pakistan, Dhaka, and a tragic incident happened, and there was a lot of misconceptions, rumors, and blames on especially Pakistan Army and leadership. But we determined today the civil the leadership that was one of the bone of contention in this regard. We also discussed today the military to military relationship between Pakistan and the United States of America. Hopefully, things they start working. It's a good thing. Then we also talk about the purchase of crude oil from the Russia. The the prime minister of Pakistan, he also confirmed today that they they will shop around, and he also confirmed the petroleum minister that they're gonna buy a cheap Russian oil with a cheap credit. So hopefully, the Pakistan has a serious energy crisis, and we don't know down the road how the rest of the world will respond, especially United States of America. So things they will work out. In Pakistan, there is another right now. It's an extreme crisis. Dr. Saab said the LC's issues. The banks they are not cooperating. The dollar disappeared from the. It's a very unusual situation. So hopefully things will get better. On the other hand, we have a serious situation on Afghanistan border. This is the third time they violated border situation, and Pakistan are trying to deal with a different way uh, on a diplomatic level. But they are so arrogant and so ignorant, and so they are becoming enemy. So they don't have a respect for the civil human life. They are attacking our civil society and community. It's a very bad, tragic situation. So hopefully things will get better, folks. Thank you very much for listening to us. So anybody has any issue or any opinion, our platform is ready. You can send your statements, your opinion, and we will announce loudly. They can also be a part of our discussion. We welcome anybody who has an objection. So our discussion is a opinion, is a dialogue, is a open based on our investigations from our social sites, from the written material, from the history. So thank you very much for your time, Dr. Golam Mujtaba Sahab. Special thank. Your discussion was very informative. Complete history. You presented a complete case and the reason and the what happened on December 16, 1971. So thank you very much. Those who lost their life, and we pray for their forgiveness. So we will come back for a next topic. For now, Pakistan Zindabad.